Well, it's March 26th, and it's time for the warmest segment in all of sports. Last week, after an all-time dunk in the block of the year, Anthony Edwards ascended to the top of the hill. Can he defend his spot within the rich tapestry of talent, performance, and historical greatness? Well, let's find out in this week's installment of King of the Hill.
Our hill music is not.
This is not the hill music.
It was nice and peaceful.
It's supposed to. I mean, I'll try to fight through.
That's like
there
peninsula music.
Thank you.
That's
well
nice.
done. That's the production I've come to expect.
Goodness.
Fell off the hill. Josh Hardy never should have been there. We'll be honest, but you know what? I was happy for him. DeMar DeRozan.
I like Josh. How did he get on the hill?
Because he had a 20-rebound game and he played all 48 minutes. Tyrese Maxey are also. They all fall off the hill.
Interesting.
All right, 7th row. So here's the deal. Jamal Murray missed a couple games. Wemby's 0-3 in games he played. Spurs won without him. I don't know, a little Şengün-esque controversy. Pascal Siakam, 30-10 this week. DeJounte Murray, again, no Trae Young, no problem, 25-7-12. Welcome to the hill, Pascal and DeJounte Murray. Their first times on the hill. 6th row, Jaylen Brown cooled off a bit, and that Atlanta loss is just unforgivable. Steph Curry, 29 minutes per game this week. I understand what Steve Kerr's saying, but you're trying to make sure you make the playoffs. Steph can play a little bit more. And Kawhi, the Clippers are slipping, as we've discussed. Jimmy stays where he is. Halliburton looking healthier and more like himself. And Jalen Green.
Hello.
Wow.
Welcome to the hill. Finally, he doesn't have Şengün holding him back. 34 points per game for the week for the former top 3 overall pick. 5th row, Dallas and Kyrie 3-0 this week. New Orleans and Zion surging despite no Brandon Ingram last couple games. Devin Booker 29-7-9 on 55-43 splits this week. De'Aaron Fox stays where he is. Durant has slipped and cooled off a bit, so he goes down, Booker goes up. Right this week, they've been about equivalent players. 4th row, SGA stays where he is, as do Dame and Jalen Brunson. Anthony Davis, fresh off player of the week, 30 points per game, 18 rebounds per game, 68% shooting in an undefeated, granted only 2-0 week for the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, next, 3rd row. LeBron, as we mentioned, undefeated in the week, 23-7-8, 43% from 3. Jason Tatum, despite the loss against Atlanta, he's been excellent, all year and this week. And then you have Anthony Edwards, who was probably a touch high on last week's hill. At the top of the hill. But we enjoyed the moments he had, so he drops down. Now some real change. Row 2. Giannis, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 60% from the field, but missed a game this week. And believe it or not, the 26 points and the 60% and the 5 assists all lower his season averages. So he stays where he is. Luka, 27, 10, and 12, which also lowers his points per game averages, but they were 3-0, so he moves up. And then at the top, by himself for the first time this year, Nikola Jokic.
It's like the NBA
undefeated, 3-0. His averages this week, Brew, 31 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists on a nice, tidy 59-57 shooting splits. So there is King of the Hill, March 26th edition.
Excellent.
At the fairest rankings in NBA media.
Oh, not bad. Not
Thank
bad.
you, Bruce.
But I got beef.
Well, what?
I got to switch Shea and LeBron. Shea should be up on that level. LeBron should be down on the next level. I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, only 25 years old himself. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. The rest of his starting lineup, 2 21-year-olds, a 22-year-old, and Lou Dort's 24. And they got the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. He leads that 2nd seed in the West, as young as they are, in scoring, assists, and steals. This month, I know, Nick, you might look and say, oh, Marchie's only dropping 27 a game. He is shooting over 50%. And he's had 6 30 or more point games in this month. So Shea is he's going to finish easily top 4, if not top 2 or 3 in the MVP voting. So I got to give Shea some love and move him up.
That's fair. This did not feel like the week to move Shea up. 22 a game this week on 48-25 splits.
He had the one bad game.
Yeah, the one really rough game. But he's obviously going to be a top 5 MVP finisher. LeBron is not. There is an entirety of me that does feel like everyone at this desk would take the Thunder, as presently constituted, more seriously as a championship contender if you flip Shea and LeBron? Despite the fact that Shea's 25. You would?
I might.
So, well, Brew, but you think the Lakers are going to beat the Thunder if they play them?
Maybe. We'll see. But I wouldn't. No. With that team,
okay.
I think LeBron's supporting cast is better than Shea's.
I think LeBron's second best guy is better. I don't think the overall team is better.
Austin Reeves, Josh Giddey. I'll take Reeves.
Well, Jalen Williams, I think, is their third best guy. But okay, that's fair. So I don't take significant beef with it, but I'm good with where they're at. Go ahead, Wild.
You haven't heard from this character in a long time. The mayor of Fair.
Because you have been wildly unfair.
That's true. And I've been, blinded by my own, let's say, prejudices towards people I'm in love with, like Şengün and Mac Jones. I got to be fair. Jalen Green. What do you want me to do here? Şengün goes down, and Jalen Green has been spectacular since Şengün went down. 7-0, number one in point differential, averaging 30 points a game, plus minus is best in the league. So they're currently a half game behind the Warriors. They could knock the Warriors out. Draymond says he doesn't care. Probably should start taking the Rockets seriously, and it begs the question. Is Jalen a franchise player, and is this surge have something to do with the offense no longer runs through Şengün, and he's got free lanes to the basket to do what he wants?
Well, I think a lot of this surge has to do with the fact that he's shooting 46% from three on like 10 attempts a game, and that's not going to continue. I do think Udoka deserves some credit here.
Yeah.
I also think that obviously this team is better with Şengün in theory, but in practice they might not, the other guys might not best know how to play without the ball in their hands all the time.
Right.
I do think it's going to be Rockets Suns in the play-in, and the Warriors are going to be out.
The Warriors are done.
I think the 9-10 play-in is going to be Rockets Suns. I do think that.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.